April is Stress Awareness Month, and while we often think of stress as deadlines or finances or overloaded schedules, there's a quieter but deeply toxic form that's on the rise: status anxiety. It's a fear that we're not measuring up professionally, socially, even as parents. It seems like that's a popular one. It's driven by a constant comparison to others. So today, we're joined by Dr. Sheryl Ziegler, and we are here kind of unpacking what status anxiety really is. When you describe it, I'm like, oh, I know what that is, but I've never heard the term status anxiety. Has that been around for a while?
It has been around, but it's having a resurgence. And I think that it is in part by, people putting out there just what they're doing. And even though we've heard those messages like, trust me, those are just people's highlights. People have other things going on in their lives. There is this compulsion, and that's the difference. Like once in a while, if you see something, you go, oh, I wish that I had that or did that. That's one thing. But this becomes compulsive, a compulsive need to compare yourself. And then in turn, what it feels like is anxiety, pressure, low self-esteem, and just not feeling good enough, like nothing you do is good enough, which can eventually lead to burning out on whatever it is you're doing.
I feel like these things live rent-free in your brain. You don't even have to physically be on social media. I'm currently planning 2 birthday parties. My daughters are 2 weeks apart. And my first thought was like, oh my gosh, this person had this great party a month ago, and I'm just, I'm like, but who cares? It's about what my kid thinks. But I'm not gonna lie to you, that was one of the first thoughts that popped in my mind. It's gotta be grand and extravagant and fabulous, because that's what so-and-so did.
Yes, exactly.
That's toxic.
It is toxic, and it can really wear on you. So that, let's say, now that we're talking about it, hopefully it won't happen, but if you have the, party one, and everybody's saying, oh, this was so cute, this was so great, and you still leave feeling down. Oh, well, this didn't go well, or the cake wasn't that good, or whatever it is that you're comparing yourself around. It's nothing that the external world, if it can't help you feel better, that's when you know it's a sign. Okay, this isn't just a little bit of a one-off. This could be problematic. I got a lot of positive feedback from people I trust, and I still don't feel good about myself or the job that I did.
Yeah, that's problematic. How does that manifest in your daily life? Feeling that anxiety, that kind of lull. How do you know if you're experiencing it?
Yeah, well, it starts to feel like compulsive behaviors, overdoing things, perfectionism. So you start doing things and it's like, oh wait, but it's not good enough. And it's that thought in your head when you go, it's not good enough. Well, I need to do more. I need to do this more, that more. That's when you know this has become a problem, because we can say, oh yeah, sometimes I compare myself to other people. I do a little bit of this. I felt good enough. This gets to the point where you're like, no, nothing feels good enough now, and now I'm working extra hard to try to compensate, and nothing seems to be filling that up.
A term you mentioned was hyperambition, and I don't know that I've ever heard that used in this. What does that mean specifically?
Yeah, it's like when you keep raising the bar so high, because it's like, okay, I achieved this goal. Well, now I got to do this, and it just doesn't end. It's like it's rapid too. The hyper part is, yes, it's extra ambition, but it's also very rapid. And that's what gets people feeling so deflated, because you set your own bar so incredibly high.
I ding, ding, ding. Yes, that really, really resonated with me. So how do you get out of that mindset?
Yeah, one of the first things to do, which is something everyone can do, which is so exciting, is to focus on the things that you're grateful for. So instead of waking up and thinking, oh, I still have to do this and this and this and blah, 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 all these things that you're feeling down about, it's a thought stopper. You say, stop. Literally you say stop to your thoughts, and you say, I'm going to focus on 5 things I'm grateful for. You can think them, you can write them, is probably even better, put it in your phone, and focus on the things that you have and build on the things that you have, not shooting for the things you absolutely don't have. So if you've got a little bit of something, you started something, you've got this position, then maybe the next one would be the one that you want. Focus on what you have, and then from there, you kind of go, okay, every day I'm going to do this thing or this thing. You keep it in check. An accountability person is really helpful. So say to a friend or a partner, hey, okay, here's my goal. This is what I'm thinking are going to be the small steps I'm going to do every day to focus on getting there. What do you think? So putting it out there to someone else is very helpful, a trusted person, because they'll tell you whether that's that sounds reasonable, or what? That sounds like way too much.
Okay, I like it. I like that attitude of gratitude as well, because that makes a huge difference. My thing is consistency and keeping it up and keep doing it. So thank you for the reminder today.
Yes,
Dr.
you're
Sheryl Ziegler.
welcome.
Thank you very much. As always, we'll be right back, guys.